JD Vance was asked a question on the campaign trail by a Politico reporter. He was asked, actually, it's a tricky little question because the Trump campaign is running against illegal immigration, but says that it is for more legal immigration. But the Trump campaign is also running against the 300,000 Haitian migrants who were imported into the country by Biden and Harris, some of whom have been reported to be doing all sorts of weird things with animals that they should not be doing. And JD Vance was asked, okay, well, hold on. You say you're running against illegal immigration. You're for legal immigration. Well, those 300,000 Haitians that Biden and Harris imported, they're technically here legally. And forget about just the Haitians. There are all sorts of people who have been imported into this country and been given temporary legal status or have been given a kind of amnesty. So what are you going to do for those people?
Hi, Senator. Mia McCarthy with Politico. Question for you about the Haitian migrants in Springfield. So I know you've talked a lot about how we need to deport illegal aliens, but I wanted to ask you, the majority of the Haitians in Springfield came under TPS, so they are here legally. And I know you've expressed a lot of your issues with the TPS program and wanting to change that under a Trump-Vance administration. But I guess my question for you is, if you become the vice president under a Trump administration, what will you guys do about the migrants that are already there, since they did arrive legally? And a follow-up to that, if you plan to deport them, how would you do that legally?
Well, look, this is a media and Kamala Harris fact check that I want to clarify and clear up right now. And here's now, the media loves to say that the Haitian migrants, hundreds of thousands of them, by the way, 20,000 in Springfield, but hundreds of thousands of them all across our country, they are here legally. And what they mean is that Kamala Harris used two separate programs, mass parole and temporary protective status. She used two programs to wave a wand and to say, we're not going to deport those people here. Well, if Kamala Harris waves the wand illegally and says these people are now here legally, I'm still going to call them an illegal alien. An illegal action from Kamala Harris does not make an alien legal. That is not how this works.
This is a great, great answer. And JD Vance is just extremely intelligent, and he's really well read on the subject, and he's doing what a running mate should be doing. The libs were really upset when Trump picked JD Vance, and they tried to portray him as a big drag on the ticket and a bad choice and all the rest. I suspect one of the big reasons they were portraying JD that way is because he is really effective. The point of being the running mate, your job on the campaign, is to be the attack dog, is to have all your facts lined up, is to know exactly how to give that soundbite to the reporters. And he did that there. And he's making an important point about policy. People don't object to the 300,000 Haitians or 20,000 Haitians in Springfield, taking over this small town. They don't object to countless Latin American migrants pouring into the country unvetted, illegally, taking over communities, driving cars into school buses and buildings, putting a drain on government services, filling up public schools. They don't object to it because of the technical labeling of those migrants. They object to it because mass migration has, in practice, constituted an invasion of our country for decades now. And it's created a lot of social disorder, and it's put a ton of strain on our resources, and it's fractured our society because these people have largely not assimilated, and Democrats have done it cynically to give themselves a permanent electoral majority. That's why people object to it. They don't object to it because one immigrant is totally unvetted and an illegal alien, while one has temporary protective status and a kind of parole, while the other one has a green card, while the this, while the that. They object to it because you have to press 3 for English, and that's annoying. They object to it because there is increased crime in certain neighborhoods in our country. They object to it because the ducks are going missing at the public park, okay? To use the vivid example that has been much debated over the past few weeks. That's what they object. They object to the fact of it, not the words that you use to describe it. And JD's saying, we're gonna fix the problem in practice. We're gonna deal with the facts. We're not gonna be like the libs and just use mealy-mouthed euphemisms and new sorts of words to pretend that the problem doesn't exist. What the libs want to do is say, okay, We have millions and millions, maybe more than 11 or 12 million illegal aliens in this country. Well, we're just going to call them undocumented Americans. Poof, the problem goes away. We're going to call them dreamers. Whew. There it is. There's my magic dust, and now the problem goes away. No, you still have the social problems. You got to deal with you have to deal with the actual political issue, which is mass unassimilated migration into America in a short period of time that screws up the labor market, that screws up the housing market, that causes crime to increase in certain areas, that brings in all sorts of terrible elements, including the criminal cartels that control the border and the poison of fentanyl that's killing hundreds of thousands of Americans. That's the problem. JD says we're going to fix the problem. Democrats can use their magic wand with their words. We're going to actually fix the problem. That was a great clip. Now hold up, ring the bell, subscribe to the Michael Knowles YouTube channel. We'll see you next time.